Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello everyone, checking in on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Golem. We've had some really nice trading opportunity today. The bulls are showing up on the longer term trends, and we're having a scenario where Bitcoin's giving us a setup that pretty much no matter what kind of technical analysis you use, all of the bull signals are lining up. And you go around looking on YouTube and all these analysts, including myself, are looking bullish longer term time frames. I've been talking about swing trading these positions to start the new year rather than just looking for quick pops. And all of these analysts are seeing different things that they use in their own style, but they're all saying the same thing, and it's bullish. And we're getting clear breaks and follow through. We're looking for the bull MACD cross. I've been holding a position of Bitcoin longer than I have in probably months at this point, and it's just smaller positions that I will add to on key resistance breaks. Essentially what I'm doing is trading and using half of my position to trade and half of my position to ride this as a swing trade for longer term, meaning multiple days. So here on Bitcoin on the daily chart, when we last chatted, we had this resistance up here at 15,400. We consolidated and formed a higher low at 14,230. And then we got the bull break of the double top, and it's been off to the races ever since, especially when we broke 16,490. Look at the lack of resistance back to the all-time high. This is a great start to the year that has me thinking that Bitcoin can very easily hit a new all-time high this month. And doesn't mean we're going to shoot right up to 20,000, but we can be looking for higher lows and higher highs on the daily now. We consolidated and formed lower highs and lower lows. We now have broken the lower high pattern, which means we start looking for higher lows and higher highs to go along with a bullish MACD cross and a lack of resistance up at that all-time high. So the 4-hour time frame, we were watching this channel here. This is where our double top was. As soon as that level broke, that's when the bulls really took off. So double top at 15,400. And a clear bull break, and they haven't looked back since. I did just take half of my position as profit before I started this video above 17,000 and still riding the other half. So the hourly time frame, this is the reason that I took my profit. We were still strong on this candlestick when I did scale out into strength, but just looking at the hourly chart and the solid bull volume that's been coming in, the RSI was up in the mid 80s, and just knowing that some healthy consolidation is due, and that was the reason for profit taking. And now we are seeing a bearish reversal gravestone doji forming at the top, and we could easily pull back, really back down towards 1660 or even more than that. Anything above 15,714 will be a higher low on this hourly time frame. So we could technically pull all the way back to low 16,000s and be in control. Bulls would love to see sideways consolidation like we saw earlier today, and then another leg up. Either way, no matter how you cut it, the bulls are strong, and the question is just going to be how much consolidation do we need on this daily chart as we make our way back to the all-time high. The 4-hour RSI is definitely overextended as well. It's in the upper 70s. Keep in mind, we're not in blue sky breakouts, so this RSI definitely has meaning, and we haven't consolidated and formed a higher low on this 4-hour time frame in the past 4 big candlesticks. So it's starting to consolidate. Here's the 5-minute time frame. There's the top inside bar bear break. That's when a lot of people took some profit. Multiple inside bars again now, and we'll see how far this consolidation takes place. So with this bull break, we're seeing all kinds of correlations, and what we're noticing in the alt world is money leaving. We're noticing back, remember when the altcoin world was dead, when Bitcoin was running at 20,000, we're seeing money shift from the altcoins back into Bitcoin. That clear longer term signal has been given. Bulls are a lot more comfortable now, and they're selling other positions. And I did the same thing with my Golem position. This is the daily chart. We got very extended. When you see this kind of move over weeks and the RSI gets high, you just want to protect some profit. I was walking a stop loss level up on my long-term position of Golem, and I only decided to do that once the gains got significant to the point that I knew we were overextended, and I didn't want to give those gains back. So on the hourly time frame, I made my exit right here, and that was when we lost from the all-time high, our first hourly loss of the higher low. So we consolidated, we formed our base, We bounced and formed our lower high. I put my stop loss underneath this low. As soon as it dumped, that is where I triggered out. And now look where we are, dumping all the way down, and I am able to reload. So I've been making trades where really I am going from one to the other, where I'm focusing on Bitcoin. And then if I take half the profit like I just did on Bitcoin, then I'm looking back at Golem. And I just bought in Golem again. And I bought in earlier too on this initial dump. And this dump was a really nice bounce that played out. I entered on the way down because the hourly RSI was oversold. Even the 4-hour RSI was approaching oversold down at that point. It wasn't quite there, but when we were at the low of the candlestick, we were right above it. And the hourly RSI was down at 20. So I scaled in and then I exited when the magnitude of the bounce was just a V-shaped recovery. I exited in the 61s here. And then again, I just reloaded down in the 5.7s. So I am trading back and forth, maneuvering positions between Bitcoin and Golem. And there's other names you can play like Ripple that are in the same scenario, but they're just inverse to each other, where I'm watching, Bitcoin break out and weakness in Golem, and then I'm watching Bitcoin pull back, and now Golem's trying to bounce a little bit. So we're watching to see if we can form the higher low on the hourly time frame for Golem, which it looks like we are right now, and we will likely form a lower high compared to 643 and see an equilibrium pattern on the hourly time frame play out, just like we'll likely see an equilibrium pattern play out on the hourly time frame for Bitcoin once we get a bit more consolidation. So if you're looking for an entry in Bitcoin, looking like the mid to upper 1600s is a potential entry. Again, just 1660 stands out to me right now. That would be a level where it would be healthy consolidation and wouldn't give back too much of the gains, but would give a decent entry opportunity for those looking to get in. So where we stand on Golem, I am in a position now, like I said, and I will put my stop below if we break down to lower lows. And that will just be a small loss, and hopefully we can see some turnaround. But again, I'm essentially hedging my position, where I am still in a half a position of Bitcoin, which is worth more than my Golem position. So if Bitcoin goes down and I get back a little bit of profit, then I make that back with Golem profit. So it's a hedge in a way. Ethereum on the daily time frame is looking a little tired. And have to keep in mind, you look at Ethereum and you say, well, we're in blue sky breakout. Why aren't we going further? Well, we just ran 6 green days in a row. And you look back historically, how many times in 2017 did we see the ETH bulls run more than 6 green days in a row? And it's not many times is the answer. There's always a little bit of red mixed in there. And we didn't have that here. So we have a big upper wick of profit taking. We have 1,000 psychological resistance. And we're just seeing healthy consolidation. The 4-hour chart is potentially topping out. We have to be cautious. I'm watching an hourly potential bearish reversal pattern, and it's the head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and the neckline is going to be down here right where we formed our low. So again, what the head and shoulders pattern is showing us is a shift, and let me get rid of this yellow, that's awful, but it is a shift from higher lows and higher highs to then lower highs and then lower lows if we break this level. So that is the key level to be watching. It is 935, and our resistance is the high of the right shoulder, 983.55. We'll see which breaks first out of those levels. There is a bit of an inverse correlation with Bitcoin as well. People are selling their Ethereum. They're taking profit after 6 green days in a row, and they are looking at Bitcoin. Now look at inside bars. Look at the weekly inside bar for Ethereum. It broke at 771. We exploded to the upside to 1,000. Look at the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Inside bar just broke bullish. I don't think we're going to explode with the same kind of magnitude, but it is a clear bull signal on the longer term time frame. Inside bar of consolidation, bull break, and a lack of resistance to the all-time highs. So that's going to steal some attention from Ethereum. The bulls are still holding up just fine at this point, but it is the potential start of a reversal, and we'll look for healthy daily consolidation, and we'll look for a higher low to form somewhere in the low $900 range on the daily time frame. Litecoin is trying to follow along with Bitcoin, but it's behind. It's a bit of a laggard play. In my opinion, we will see Litecoin run when the time is right. People are going to pile into Litecoin. So might want to be keeping some of my cash on the sides for this event as well, because right now the correlation is with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is already all the way up here. If it were directly correlated, Litecoin would be up approaching 300 right now. So we still have our resistance here, which Bitcoin broke above to go bullish. That level is 262. So the range right now on the daily is 226.79 support, 262 resistance, and we're right in the middle of that range. So here on the 4-hour time frame, we can see our high, low of the pullback. We did form a lower high here at 251.97. That's a resistance level. and we'll see where we form our higher low. I do still have a very small Litecoin position. I did scale out. I initially got in back here in the let's see, when did I get in? The 230s, 237, and I scaled out a little bit. It was back here. So I got in on 237s. I scaled out a little bit up in the upper 240s, and I still have a little bit left. So right now, the way that my breakdown is probably, out of all my holdings, Bitcoin definitely the most significant, and Golem is second, and then I got Litecoin at third. And I do still have a cash position that I might go into Litecoin with if the bulls can show me some follow through. Keep in mind that when Litecoin breaks, it's a lot faster than Bitcoin in terms of percentage moves and how easily it can move when the volume gets behind it. So the moves are not as long lived. They're shorter, they're bursts, and then we consolidate, whereas Bitcoin can do this hourly, slow and steady continuation kind of move. So here's our further consolidation very quickly now, confirming the bearish reversal candlestick and heading back down towards 1660. And again, the reason I did get out was this hourly chart being overextended. So Litecoin, again, back to Litecoin, we have our 4-hour range tightening up. We're looking for a break of that. And until that breaks, not going to be looking to enter any more Litecoin. But when it does break, I do expect some very solid gains. Keep an eye on it. Like I said, Ethereum ran for 6 days. Bitcoin's getting its turn. I do anticipate Litecoin to have a turn this weekend or at the end of this weekend, early next week as well. So that's where we stand. Again, altcoins are pulling back. You have to be looking at Bitcoin if you're trying to shop for altcoins. You have to be looking for some profit taking. Let's see where Golem stands now on this bounce. You can see the bounces following through. Look at the 5-minute chart. It just started going because Bitcoin just started pulling back. That's really the only reason that that's happening right now. So again, you want to make sure there's some Bitcoin weakness if you're going to be entering in. If Bitcoin just broke a key resistance level and there's a lack of resistance in the immediate future, you don't want to be scaling into altcoins there, because that's when the altcoins can get to more extreme oversold RSI levels and you can get a better deal. So that's where we stand. I've got a little bit in everything and just shifting the percentages of weight of my positions as things change and as we update. But again, if you just want to be nice and easy and not day trade, we are looking for Bitcoin to hit new all-time highs in January, and that would certainly be good for the space. So I appreciate you watching. I mentioned an ICO recently that I'm researching more fundamentally. It's Shipcoin, and it sold out during the pre-sale, and now they're not having an ICO because they got so much interest, and then ETH exploded. But I will be covering Shipcoin with more fundamental analysis in the future, and I'm going to be doing some interviews and going to some events in that sector. I'm very interested in the transport sector, and I will post a video sometime, perhaps this weekend, where I go over some of the fundamentals and I share some information in terms of links and stuff where you can do your own due diligence. Very excited about that project. I don't get excited about fundamental projects often. This is the first pre-sale or ICO I've ever been interested in, and it's the first real fundamentals that I've ever really got into and gotten behind. Obviously, you know, I'm behind Ethereum and blockchain and all that, but in terms of a specific ICO, really excited for that. So I will share more information. I appreciate you all watching. Do good things.